live. Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for tuning in to TwistedYounginz, the most unorthodox show on the globe. And I am one of your hosts, Myra B. King, and I have a great man with me as well, my host.
It's your boy Dave, aka Mojo, in the building, and we do got another special guest with us today. Very special, sir. Go ahead and let the people know who you are.
Hey, my name is Joseph Everett. I'm a police officer in the state of Florida. I'm just gonna be giving you guys a little intro about myself and about what I done viewed in law enforcement.
No, man. Let these people know you are officer, okay? Let them know. You know what I'm saying? You out here and you respected in these streets, okay? So,
how long have you been a police officer?
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, let's take it a step back. What made you want to become a police officer?
Absolutely.
Starters.
Well, I'm gonna put it like this. Well, because I went to college for basketball. Like I graduated in 2015, so I went to college. I blew my knee out, so I came home, and I was still going to like community college, and I was going to school to be a nurse. And then like one of my academic advisors was like, yeah, you should join the sheriff's office. And at the time I was like, sheriff's office? I'm like, I don't think I would do that. So then like my mom just kept, who passed away recently, my mom kept.
Sorry for that.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, nah. Yeah, my mom kept pushing it to me like, you need to join the career. Because at the same time, she was my girlfriend at the time, of my wife now. She was pregnant with our son. So my parents was always big on, you get kids, raise your kids up, get a job. So I was like, well, you know what? Well, forget basketball, I'm going to get a job. So I ended up applying for the sheriff's office, and I got hired. Ever since then, I've been, since 19, I've been doing 2016, pushing 5 years now this year.
Okay.
I get, basically my mom pushed me to do it, and it touched me. It wasn't something that I always wanted to do. I really wanted to go play basketball, like go overseas, but really my mom pushed me. Then when I got into it, I actually loved it, to be honest. I mean, I took the good and the bad with it. And right now it's a lot of bad, but it's been a lot of good times that I had in the community as well, too.
Absolutely. I mean, I've seen your videos, I've seen your videos, you interacting with the children in the neighborhood, you playing basketball with them, hooping with them. And obviously whether people know it or not, you're pretty much the renowned official officer and hooper, like everywhere you go, it's a ball involved. You dunking, you shooting a ball. They like, oh man, this dude out here. And they like, it's not like you're playing any games. Like you can actually hoop. Cause like you said, you just told you blew your knee out, but you actually were trying to go overseas. So it's beautiful to see that you have that interaction with the community, because we need that in our community. Now, moving forward, before we go into everything, what position did you play when you were playing basketball?
I like between point guard and shooting guard, more like shooting because I like to score a lot. So basically like a combo guard. Like I play the point guard if I had to, but I like to get buckets. I like to score. So yeah, I like to score. So basically mainly shooting guard, to be honest.
And what college did you go to?
I went to two colleges. What was that school I went to? I went to a small school. I went to JUCO. I went to junior college first.
Okay.
Western Christian College. And then from there, I went to Prairie View. And that's when I blew my knee out before I was supposed to go to attend Prairie View. So I went to two colleges. I went JUCO because my grades wasn't right in high school. I took man, all the kids out there, get your grades right. Don't end up like how I did, having to go to junior college. It's not a bad thing. Like everything I went to, I feel was a blessing in life, because I met a lot of great people when I went JUCO. I probably wouldn't have never went down there halfway across the world, or real world, the United States. Because I'm from Florida, so when I flew to Texas, that's like 5, 6, 7 states over. Mm-hmm. So it was a blessing. Everything. I feel like God put me through a lot of stuff. The live and learn, and I like I said, I like interacting with the community. I love that, because I didn't grow up in the best area. I grew up in the hood, basically, like in poverty. My dad didn't really get a good job till I was like 14, 15 years old. So it made me look on life a lot different, especially when I became a police officer, because I know how it is struggling. So I tell younger deputies or younger police officers that come on, it's not always about taking somebody to jail. Because sometimes if you take that person to jail, what is that going to do for his life or his family? Like I look at both sides. Like it's not like I'm out here giving free passes. If I got to take you to jail, I had to. But if I can avoid it, if any way I can avoid it, I will. Because life is not always about taking somebody to jail or having an authority power, which I do got a lot of authority, but I don't try to use that to my advantage or any type of way like that. Which I feel a lot of officers get misconstrued a lot. They feel they have a authority or power and they overuse it. And a lot of people don't want to hear that, but they do, because I've seen it firsthand. So it is.
So you are active out here in the battlefield. Well, I don't want to call it a battlefield, but you are. I'm just trying to give everybody an angle of like what you do, like it consists of your daily job. You are out here.
I respond to calls every night because I'm on night shift, so I work 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. I'm on night shift, so I go to calls, do traffic stops, respond to burglaries, homicide, shootings, anything you can think of. I done seen a lot of stuff. I don't respond. I'm still doing that right now.
Okay.
So,
wow.
Now, are you a sheriff?
Yeah, sheriff.
Okay. Now that's but hey, listen, gotta put some respect on that too. Now, sheriff. Okay.
Congratulations on that.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So out here in this, like she said, not in the battlefield, but out here in these streets, you know, patrolling the area and everything like that. What is it? I would say, like you said, you're not looking to take anyone to jail. What is it that you're looking to do basically before you leave the job? What is it that you're looking to do? Like, what are you trying to accomplish every shift? Like, are you trying to accomplish a certain, like, because I know they claim that, you know, I mean, a lot of people think that police officers have quotas, you know, you got to get a certain amount of traffic time.
Hey, this your boy Desi Dez.
And it's your boy Mojo. And if you like what you are seeing so far, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the page. Please. And if all else fails and you like what you talking about as far as this merch-wise, baby, hit us up. You know what I'm saying? Check us out on YouTube or Instagram or Facebook at TwistedYounginz with a Z. You know what I'm talking about? Make sure you give us an email at twistedyoungins@gmail.com for all promotions.
Where's it at twistedyoungins@gmail.com?
Yes, sir, with a Z. And also, if y'all don't like what you see right now as far as merch-wise, we got more merch, and we also do your merch.
Do your merch,
Send us in a couple
support
designs.
everybody.
Yeah, and we do promotional packages, interviews, videos, articles, whatever you guys need, man. Just make sure you hit us up. Holla at you, baby.
We don't got quotas. I mean, you got officers that go out there and, like, they look for trap stuff. They going to go look for stuff because that's what they like to do. That's why we got drug units and all type of stuff like that. But me personally, I just like, lately I just been like, I'll do my job and I'm gonna go home because at the end, like it's been so political lately. I still try to go out there and help the community, but everything being so political, like I don't want to catch backlash for doing something that could have been avoided or anything like that. But my main goal is when I go to work is to at least interact with at least 10 to 15 people and change their outlook on what they think about police officers. I know I'm not going to change everybody's outlook, but my goal is to at least try to change at least 3 to 5 people a night every time I go to work. At least change their outlook, have them look at it in my perspective on what I go through.
Right.
A lot of people realize when we get 911 calls or stuff come out over the radio, we don't know who that person is. We barely getting all the info, to be honest. Only a certain amount of info. And most of the time, we only getting 1/3 of the story. Probably not even 1/3. Really 1/10 of the story. It just honestly, it's a stressful job, to be honest, because it's been a lot of times I done thought I probably wasn't gonna make it or I was gonna lose my life. I done had guns put on me, all type of stuff. It's been a lot of crazy stuff out here.
I want to touch back on when you said that, like, and I think this is the part where we should stay here, that you said a lot of times you all get 911 calls, you only get 1/3 of the story. Like you all don't know what's going on the other side of that wall. What is that fear like? Could you, from your perspective, from your
elaborate, like what I mean? So like basically like,
well, no, not what you mean, but like, okay, put us in a situation to where as if you're going into a situation to a 911 call or a traffic stop, and the fear you have against that person, because you don't know what those people have. You don't know if they have weapons. You don't like you said, you've had guns pulled out on you. You don't know if there's more people involved or anything of sorts of nature. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
it's not like much of a okay. Well, from my experience, it's not much of a fear. It's just the what ifs. You feel me? Because that's like I said, when I do a traffic stop, you see every day where, honestly, it's been times where, you know, police officers that shot, you know, innocent people where they shouldn't have. But then again, there's been situations where we've been shot at first, or somebody pulled a gun at us, or somebody tried to run us over with the car. So it's all about the what else. Like that's what's going through my mind. What if this happen? What I'm gonna do? Like I always thinking like, if this happened, I gotta do this. I mean, you're not gonna be perfect every time, but it's good to have a what if mindset when you're doing this job, because you never know what's gonna happen. Like I said, every time I go to work, it's not a guarantee I'm gonna come back home. So I just gotta. Everything is a what if.
Yeah, because this is what I would imagine. Is you know, if you're pulling over, because you do traffic stops, if you're pulling over a car with 3 people in it and it's just you getting out of there, and people always saying, well, why do a police officer have their, you know, their hand on their gun when they're approaching? It's 3 people in the car. I'm not getting ready to pull it out, but at the same time,
me personally, I don't approach cars like that.
Okay.
Because I feel like that's gonna make the situation even more hostile than it needs to go. Because that's like saying, if I come up to your car, especially what's going on now, like if I come to your car, my hand on gun, you already thinking that I already got a negative mindset. That's just gonna make the interaction. That's gonna make the person argumentative. Why you got your hands on your gun and all that stuff? No, I don't do that. Me personally, I don't do that. My hand don't touch my gun or even be by unless it automatically has to. That's just me personally. I'm not gonna touch it. I'm not gonna do none of that because I don't want to make the situation more stressful than what it is. To be honest.
Do they require you all to have some type of therapy, just to, you know, all the things, you know, things that you may seen on the job that you'll go through? You said, you know, I know it's stressful as well, and you all are human. Do they recommend any therapy?
No, it's not recommend. I mean, yeah, the sheriff's office can offer it. Like we got like what they call chaplains or something like that, where we can go talk to them. And we got people in the agency that we can go talk to if we're stressing about something or we need to go talk to somebody about something that just recently happened. But it's not recommended, but they try to recommend it too. Like especially like we go to a shooting, they have like people that come out and you could talk to, like to see what happened. But it's not necessarily recommended, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. Like you said, it's not necessarily recommended. That's what I actually wanted to get to. So in your line of work, as long as you've been on the field, have you had to discharge your firearm at some point?
I mean, once I shot a dog, but that's about it.
Okay. No. I'm just saying.
I'm sorry. A lot of situations that I've been in, I've had to pull my gun out a couple times, but for the most part, I've like learned to talk my way out of a lot of things. You feel me? So I'm always big on communication because I feel like talking can get you in a lot of better places than talking. Basically, communication can get you in better situations than just yelling or shouting at somebody. It's all about how you talk to somebody. Like I said, then again, like I said, every situation not gonna go how you want it to go, but for the most part, when you talk to somebody with respect and dignity, that takes you a long way, and it makes them look at you like a different human being. So.
Absolutely. No, I asked because I'm trying to get like a thought of it. I'm trying to figure out, have you been through that process? So is there a process, like you said, like whatever your situation was, is there a process after that? Because I know you do paperwork, but the next day, what is that process like? Do you have to go through internal affairs or whatever?
It depends. It depends on how the situation went. It depends. It depends on how the situation went. Now, when you get to a shooting, it automatically going to be an internal investigation. That's for any shoot you go through. That's any agency you go through. Any type of shooting, whether you try a dog or human, it's automatically going to go through an internal investigation and an administrative investigation. So it's going to be an investigation regardless. But it depends on certain stuff. Like use of force, not every use of force not going to go through internal investigation. That's why you see some of these things where some officers getting beaten up these people, and then months or years later, now it's getting an internal investigation. Well, to be honest, the only reason that's happening is because it's coming to the public. Like I said, somebody done swept it under the rug, you feel me? And you see where now they get fired and stuff. That's because they don't want to make the agency look bad. So I'm going to keep it 100%. That's what really happened. What happened was they tried to sweep it under the rug, but now that somebody done posted it or somehow they got it to go social media, you know, that's why you see where they be like, okay, well, he was internally investigated and not fired. Well, it doesn't take a whole year to do an internal investigation on somebody. It takes 2 to 3 months at tops, to be honest.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on defund the police?
I mean, I don't think we should get defunded, but I know it is what it is. I mean, people can say, "Oh, we can live life without the police," but that's not gonna happen. I mean, you can defund us. We already short out here, to be honest. We want to be keeping it alive. People get mad at us when we come like 2 or 3 hours late to their house because they don't call because somebody done broke into their house. I mean, you think if they defund us, you know, that's gonna take jobs from other officers. They're gonna have to fire probably a lot of us. we already short on budget anyway. We already cater to the government as it is, and we already underpaid, to be honest. We don't get paid what doctors and lawyers and all these other people, man. And our jobs are more far dangerous than that, if you ask me, to be honest. But I don't agree with it, but I think it's gonna happen eventually, man. That's just the way society is trending right now.
Oh, no, brother. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me stop you right there. I don't think it's going to happen now. People can say defund the police. You say
well, they've already started cutting
that's the
budget back in some
look at LA.
departments, though.
No, when we're talking about...
What, go ahead. What'd you say?
If you think about LA, they cut LA budget. They cut New York's budget. I mean, it's a lot of... They even...
They like $1 billion budgets, though,
yeah.
I think.
When we're talking about budgets, though, I'm talking, when I hear defund the police, like you said, get them off this, like we don't need them. Like when we say defund the police, I tell people all the time, as a black man, the last thing I want is a broke police officer on the streets. I don't want no broke police officer out here, because that's the worst type of person. He got power and he ain't got no money. So that's the worst thing you can do. And like you said, they should be paid more. People talk about defund the police. No, give them some extra dollars. Now, when you talking about taking money from the like you said, the budget, the budgets and everything, or if you want to take some from their pensions instead of using the state and all that, I get that. That's different. But we're talking about their salaries, defund their, like, oh, let's lower their salaries. No.
I don't. They're not talking about, lowering the salaries. Okay. Just, some of their resources.
Yeah.
I mean, just some of the resources. They're not going to touch the salary. I mean, like he said, I believe police officers should get paid more money, because some regular jobs get paid depending on your rank within the police office. They get paid more than the police officer.
No, I mean, there are police, or there are departments out here. It could be in a small town or something like that. And I ain't gonna say just, a small town population of about 5,000 to 10,000, and they're gonna start you out at $15 an hour. Are you crazy? Yeah. Like, people can go to Walmart and make that money,
or lower, or below the 15. Yeah. I know some that start off
below 15. And you want me to suit up and risk my life, even though it's a small fight, like I said, 5,000 to 10,000. But anything can happen with 5,000 to 10,000 people. Mm-hmm. Anything can happen at any moment.
Yeah.
So
what is like some of the craziest things that you and seen that came across while being out working, being on duty?
Yeah.
Man, I done seen like dead bodies. I done seen people shot, stabbed. I done seen, crashes. I done seen where people heads done been like caved in from crashes, like run over by like trucks and up, man. It's so much stuff. Honestly, the stuff is kind of like, it kind of give you like, I wouldn't say like necessarily PTSD, but that's stuff you're not gonna ever forget. You feel me? Especially like when I was at a young age, I saw some of the stuff I saw. That's stuff that you're not gonna never forget. And honestly, you ask any officer, it kind of becomes normal seeing that stuff, like, because almost every other week you're gonna go to somebody that has passed away, because we have to do the death investigation. So every day you're going to I won't say every day, but every other week we're going to see somebody dead. It becomes honestly like secondhand nature when you get that. Oh, okay, this person did they take medication? What was this? Like it always becomes secondhand nature, to be honest. Seeing people pass away and seeing people dead on the floor, it doesn't even run my mind no more when I even see that. It's sad, but that's just how it is.
Yeah.
Does that cause any dysfunctioning with you, with your family, like your wife, children, as far as like how you're able to compartmentalize certain aspects of your job?
No, all my kids are young, so they know that I'm a police officer. They know that when Daddy come home, they say, "Daddy, police." They know that I'm a police officer, but I don't really talk to them about it. I talk to them about it, like, "Hey, Daddy love you," and I let them know that sometimes I might not. I let them know every day that I'm home. I'm sorry.
That's fine. Well, I mean, as far as like you being able to, because
can you differentiate the two? Like,
because
you
being
bring your work
family life, that's a whole other job itself. You know what I mean? So how is that? Oh, okay.
Well, me and my wife, we talk about it, but we don't talk about it. When I leave work, I try to leave it at work. I don't want to bring anything home. So like, I definitely differentiate the two. Like, I don't bring work to my home, put it like that. Like, I barely talk about it. Like, if it's something crazy, y'all might talk to her about it. But other than that, we leave it at that.
How does it make you feel? Because it's like
It's your
As
partner.
far
Love it.
like,
No, well, not just being able. Well, I mean, as a whole, not, and we're excluding the family. Not saying that that's extremely important, but like just you feeling like that's a lot to combobulate within yourself, like things that you see being a young African American on the job, you know, a police at that, seeing this, seeing that, going through that, and basically at times having no outlet mentally.
I don't know. Like I said, like it's messed up, but like I said, like you see it so much that your mind, like to somebody else, might be like, oh man, I just saw this. I gotta tell this person this. You see so much. Somehow, I don't even know how to explain it. It just like your mind just like oversee it, like, and you don't even think twice. Like you don't even think twice about it. Like I said, it sounds sad, but like at the same time, like what might go through the next person's mind. Like honestly, like even like I'm put it like this, like even when I'm in the like the civilian world, like I'm at work, like I'm kind of like it got to the point to where like I don't want to like if I sit in the restaurants, I want to sit to where I can see all doors, all entries. Like it just that's how I get. Like when I'm in Walmart, like I done took a couple of people to jail. And I done seen them like in Walmart and stuff, and they don't approach me, and I'm like, oh man, what's gonna happen now? But like I said, like it kind of puts like it has some effects to you when you go home and you go out in public because it makes you like you're like, well, I don't. What if this person try to get me because I arrested him, or he didn't like the way I talked to him, or he didn't like the way because I pulled him over? Like I said, like, every time I go out, I sit to my back towards I gotta see all exit doors. I like to know where everywhere is where. I like to know where I parked at. I like to ask. I even ask like every single exit door, emergency door, entrance, back door, inside. I like to know all of that stuff in case something happened. If we want to make sure I be able to get my family safe and I'll be able to handle business if I have to. But it's kind of sad, but that's just how I think. Like,
I mean, you have to, like you said. I mean, you're in that world, you're in that lifestyle, and it's sad, like you said, because you're just out here protecting and serving. But you do have criminals, and criminals are everywhere, and crime is committed everywhere. So even when you're out, like you said, like you said, you don't take it home, but obviously when you're not at work, you're technically on the job. It's like being a doctor. Like you're always on the job. Like if you see a crime committed and you're off duty, and they come out on the news and you got you on World Star, and here you are just hanging out. They're like, oh, look at him, that's Officer such and such, and there you are.
That's what I'm saying, because that's not the first time. Like with the Ballers Life, that's not the first time I done went viral. So it's like, I know, but like the other day, I still got to go play basketball sometimes on my other day. Like the other day, it's like, yeah, you that officer that was on Ballers Life. So everybody know that's Officer Everett. That's Officer that. Like, man. Yeah. Like, I just know, like everywhere, it's somewhere somebody gonna be like, yeah, you the officer that was on social media. Like everybody, like it's not. I done been on a national platform like more than once. Like, and it's probably gonna get worse. I got another interview Wednesday with a news station. So I'm gonna be on live TV with that. So like I said, I got a lot of stuff. Like
congratulations.
I got a lot of stuff lined up. I just don't want it to brand like. I know some people gonna be like, why is he doing this and now? He doesn't really care about the community. He's just doing that for the. But that's not the case because it's not the first time I've done. I always go out, and there's a lot of stuff I done behind the cameras as well. I don't even show most of the stuff I done did for kids or people that's in poverty. I took off my shoes one time and gave somebody my work boots, and I walked in Walmart with no shoes on to go buy some more boots. Like I'm just that type of giving person. I was born and raised to be that type of person. That's just my personality.
You know what? That's what's up, man. Because like I said, that right there is what I want people to hear. There's a lot of things that we say in the community about police and that we think about police. And then there's a lot of things that we don't speak on. What you just said, you giving your shoes away to someone. I mean, as kids, we grew up, everybody remember the police officers giving out the baseball cards and the football cards and stuff, dropping you off at the football game and stuff like that. We've gotten so far away from not even just the respect, but the love between the community and the authority, or not even necessarily the authority, but the protectors of our rights.
And we need more officers to come aboard, more people to sign up to be policemen.
Absolutely. They need to come on, and there's not just that, not even just being police officers, dispatchers, EMTs, everything. We need more people involved in, the first responders force, especially in our community.
Could you explain the importance of that? why we need more people. You know, people always. Well, I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
People are for change, but you know, we can march, we can protest as well, but becoming a part of a solution as well. Correct?
Yeah, because everything needs to be more diverse. It's not enough diversity, to be honest. Like, you can complain and say all that stuff all you want, but until like people actually start joining and try to make these changes that we need, nothing is going to happen. Some change is going to happen, but it's not going to change forever. It's just going to revert. Everything recycles. Like all this going on now, like the George Floyd situation. Okay, he got convicted, but watch, in about a couple months, everybody's going to forget about it. Everybody's going to, just be honest, everything's recycles.